All right, here we are, Balls Out Comedy podcast. How you going, Geordie?
Good, Benny. How are you, man?
Not too bad. And today's special guest is Michael Zoupa. How you going?
Yeah, not too bad. What's going on?
Not much, man. Just still in lockdown.
Isolating.
Isolating the fuck out of ourselves. Having to do this online. Much rather be in the studio, but here we are.
Desperate times.
Desperate times, indeed. Now, I'm going to get this straight off with the bat. We have Benny's obsessed with 6 degrees of separation. Apparently, me and Benny are distant relatives because he knows some fucking named Mitchell. Last name Mitchell.
Wait a minute. Listen, my mother-in-law's a fucking Mitchell. I'm banging a Mitchell, and there you go. That's how we're connected. I'm a fucking Mitchell. Okay.
it's the widest name you could possibly get as a last name, Mitchell. Like there's fucking millions of us, but it's this is actually kind of weird because I've actually never met you, Michael. But did you go to Camberwell High as well?
Yeah.
So your brother Chris taught a bunch of my mates guitar.
Yeah.
And I used to get the bus with Chris. So this is
Small
a small world, very small world. And he's a smart ass as well, so it must run in the family, right?
Yeah. Should see us together. It's disgusting.
I can imagine. So tell us about yourself. You got a book, and that's what got you into stand-up.
Yeah. So this actually took 19 years, not quite 20. That would sound better, but it took 19 years to go from like some notebooks with just stupid drawings in them and stuff, and then I like threw it on a shelf, and then like lost my hard drive, and then like didn't touch it for 5 years at a time, and then they sent me a box of books, and I was like, dreams do come true,
Oh shit!
Yeah.
So what's it about?
Well, it's about being a teenage dirtbag, basically. And I don't know. I kind of by 19, I was like, I gotta get my shit together. Like by 19, I'd already gone, no, this is fucked. Like I need to sort this out. So I've been sober for 18 years now. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like that. Yeah. It's boring.
Well, I've started drinking in quarantine, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if a book could sound the same on that because I think everyone's doing it. But
would you recommend? Should I take it up? Or?
No. You've done well.
You've done well. No.
You don't want the second installment to go off the rails. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
We'd actually get a bit worried if you start doing fucking Facebook videos of working out. Then I would say, fuck drinking.
Yeah.
Look, I understand if you're doing Facebook videos and working out if it's your job, like if you're a gym teacher.
Yeah.
Not that I'd have a gym teacher. No, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't work out. Look at me. But so you decided to jump into comedy to promote the book. Can you explain your process of that?
I don't know. People always laughing at me. I don't know if that's weird, but people always go, you can tell a good story. So I thought I could be a storytelling comic. But then I had a crack at, your stomping ground at Wednesdays at Resistance.
Yep.
And it was like the best it could have gone. Like there was one joke that just crickets. And I didn't even like that joke. So I was just like, yeah, cool, fuck it. I know what I'm doing. And it was really bad because my self-esteem just went up so much from that one set that I just didn't perform again for months. For like 6 months, I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. Like, there's no way I can top how well that went. So I was just too scared to get up again. And then I did the old School of Hard Knock Knocks, and they taught us how to write a joke, the misdirection and, develop your persona and all that crap. And yeah, it was good. And then I did a show with them, and of course they had to rent a crowd that again gave me way too much positive feedback. And I'm just terrified of bombing and getting heckled now. It's like it just can't go this well every time. It just can't.
So how long ago did you start stand up? As in, after the book and that. So how many years?
No, it's been 6-8 months or something.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah. 6 months. I've only had a crack 3 times, and the last one, yeah, there's a fair few crickets that night, and I like stepped on some of the punchlines, and like I sort of didn't like that joke and wasn't sure, so I kind of rolled over the punchline, and then luckily someone filmed it, and I was like, that wasn't the room, that was me. Like I fucked it up. I could see what I did wrong and stuff. So that was cool. But yeah, and everyone said that night was a bit weak as well. It was a bit shit, and everyone was a bit sort of smiling and not laughing. They're just like, and you're like, God damn it, no one's laughing.
Yeah.
One of those. So yeah, my greatest fear came true. I finally had a bad, finally bombed.
I think it's the great man Meatloaf once said 2 out of 3 ain't bad, so that can't be too bad.
Yeah.
True.
He's also a fat vegetarian, so I don't know. What would he know? But
It's a veggie. Fuck.
Apparently he's veggie, yeah. Apparently Meatloaf. It could be complete bullshit to sell records.
Doesn't show, but anyway.
And I'll do it. No, I do like Meatloaf. Yeah, there's a bombshell. Meatloaf's a fucking great artist.
Fair enough.
Not live. Studio Meatloaf.
Fair enough.
Studio Meatloaf is good. Oh, fuck off. You and your little fucking sound desk, you wanker. So how's the book been selling? People been lapping it up for quarantine, or?
I don't know, because I get royalties every 6 months. I've only got it twice. So the first lot was a lot better than the second, but it's probably because I didn't do shit the second year. so there's a definite correlation between promoting it and selling it. Obviously, the math checks out. So I'm trying a little harder this time. But yeah, we'll see how we go. I've written a second book, which is under contract, and then I've been trying to push my third one around. And then I was talking to like the guy who used to be my agent, and I was like, I think I'm going to stop writing. It's just not going anywhere. And he's like, mate, if you want to write books, write books. If you want to sell books, like you got to market them, and you got to that's got to be your full-time job, is like, trying to fucking sell books. I'm like, yeah. I don't know. I think I might just quit now. Like, got a few out there. That'll do.
I've sold enough. Yeah.
Yeah. 10 or something. Yeah.
Reminds me of music. Print way too many and sell way too little. Yeah, that shit hurts.
So what's the process? I mean, is it all about yourself? Is it about things that you've experienced, or?
Well, that first one, this was literally, the process was, one day I was reading through my own journals going, this is some funny shit, but it's not going to make sense to anyone else. So I just like extrapolated it into a story that someone else could interpret. And then I showed a bunch of my friends, and they were like, this is fucking hilarious. And it was only like 30 pages or something. And to be fair, like most of them were in it. It was like the formal after party at Swinny, and like no one went to the formal. We all just went to this hotel and like trashed it, and like we were like walking down Chapel Street, like vomiting on the ground the next day, laughing at each other, and like it was just debauchery, right? And everyone was like, I remember that, I was there, So I got all this positive feedback about it, and then spent many years like writing it. Then finally a publisher said yes, and they were like, it needs to be half as long. And it was like 800,000 words. Yeah, it was 800 pages. And they're like, you got to make it 400 pages, which took like another year to cut it down. But then what was left was actually pretty good. Like, like you write a joke, you like get rid of everything that's not getting to the punchline, and you're like, that's good now. That's actually a good. Yeah. So,
trimming the fat. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. So do you only get inspiration from real life situations, or does something just pop into your head and you roll with it, or?
Yeah. Good question. Well, the second book is called Food, Sex, Respect. And that was like, I just said it on the end of a live video, and everyone was like, food, sex, respect in the comments. Everyone's like, that's fucking gold, food, sex, respect. And then I made a food, sex, respect t-shirt and gave it to a good friend of mine, and she was like, yeah, fuck yeah, and shit. So I called the book that, just because it was like, what does everyone want? Food, sex, and respect. It became this, right? And that's complete bullshit. Like, it's set in a post-apocalyptic wasteland, it's funny because so much of the virus shit is in the book now. It's like a good time to release that book, because everyone's like, oh no, the world's ended, and who even am I? And it's like we're, walking through the desert trying to figure out how to survive, and it just comes down to what really matters when you got nothing. It's like, fuck, where are we going to get some food? hang on, careful, you might get pregnant. You know, it's like, you know, there's no this kind of thing, and respect it. You know, when there's nothing but a social pecking order and like danger because everyone's starving and scavenging and shit. Like, you know, respect's important. So it's kind of these themes of, you know, what do you got when you've got nothing?
Oh, that's cool. So back to comedy. How do you reckon you'd go if you had a heckler? Like, you kind of, do you have a short temper? Can you put someone in their place normally, or how would you go about it, you reckon?
Yeah, well, I heard you don't want to put them in their place too hard as well, or you lose the crowd. So
beg to differ.
Discuss, yeah.
It depends on the room. Yeah,
depends on the room.
What do you reckon about that?
I don't know if you've been. I hope Paul brings it back. Paul Sharpen, the runner of Resistance guerrilla comedy. Before all this shit went down, he had what did he call it? The Heckle Pit every last Wednesday of the month. And basically the idea was you'd sign up as if it were an open mic, but it was like loosely curated. So it was an MC who'd kept it going. And the idea was you got 5 minutes, you got up there and you got through as much material as you possibly could, and people were encouraged to throw shit at you. Comedians were especially encouraged to have a crack at you, and it was just meant to be like a brain exercise, I think. But I fucking loved it. even more of a license to be an asshole. It was brilliant. Like, and everyone expected it. Like, you saw people just getting through their jokes, and it was like, oh, we can't heckle. That's boring. And like, that was better than saying, oh, shut up, you fuckwit, or something like that.
Yeah.
But sure. If that comes back again, I'll be one of the first to sign up, because that was great fun. But do you reckon you could just tear someone down if they were talking out of line, sort of thing?
I don't know. It'd have to be off the cuff, like, for it to be funny. There was one dude who was super drunk at the School of Hard Knocks, like the end of term show we did, and he was like ruining everyone else's acts. And one of the dudes walked off stage and said, "Thanks a lot, mate. I forgot my last joke." And like, it was really awkward. He like yelled at this dude and walked off. And I thought, oh, that'll shut him up at least. But no, he was drunk. He kept going the whole night. And he yelled out like yes or something at me, and I just like smiled and nodded at him, and he was like, "Who?" He was happy with that. Like, I just kind of gave him a little bit of attention, and he was like, "Okay, sick." And he shut up. I was like, "Phew, that went pretty well."
Oh, fucking people. So yeah. Benny did School of Hard Knocks as well. Did they teach you guys anything about potential hecklers, or how to deal with a unruly crowd, or anything like that?
I don't know, Benny. What do you remember?
Not really. I mean, basically, I was sort of like, don't try to sort of interact as much as you could. But what I've noticed is, and we both got heckled at. Well, we didn't get heckled. Well, everybody got heckled that night. We did Werribee, you remember, Geordie? And
that turned into a punch up. That wasn't heckling.
It was literally just throw the fucking School of Hard knock book out of the way, and just like go this redheaded fucking drunk in the audience. Like,
yeah, shit was nuts. Yeah.
But it was good because it was sort of opened up where everybody. Geordie jumped up first. I was supposed to go up first, and then Geordie went up. And he goes, "You want to go up?" I go, "No, you go first." And he's gone up, and I went sort of mid-range. So Geordie cut him a new arsehole. And then everybody started going up, and they were just like fucking burning. This guy just wouldn't shut the fuck up. And then I went up there, and I just went, "Nah, fuck this." I said, "Listen," first thing came out of my mouth, I go, "Listen, Pauline fucking Hanson, shut the fuck up." And that was it. He just went, woof. And I mean, obviously, you know, I'm 6'2", built like a brick shit house. That helped as well. But he sort of just went, all right. And his mates calming him down. And then it was funny because it's sort of, I did my thing, got off stage. And then, who was it? Sanjay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went up, and then it just turned to shit because he tried to, we said, stay on the fucking stage, where he's actually come down, and it was his mum's birthday. His mum was there. He's come off the stage. He's approached the fucking drunk guy, and he's in that vicinity. And the drunk guy's looking for a fight now. You know what I mean? So it just turned to shit. It was just like he was trying to tell him to go get fucked. And then some other guys in another corner were watching the comedy going, well, I just want to watch the fucking comedy. And somebody just gone, woof, hit this guy. And it just turned into a shit night. And at the best time, that room's pretty hard to do anyway, because it's just the acoustics are shit and that. So, but it's a good learning curve, as in it's something to see. It's a great room. I mean, it's sort of, you know, you see how do you deal with it? You know, it's like you got to think. It's like, all right, well, what's the next thing? Do I not? I mean, I've been in situations where I've been heckled, where I've gone, and that's all that came out of my mouth was just like, like I'm a 12-year-old girl, you know what I mean? Because I wasn't prepared for it, you know. And then
no. That's because you care about hurting someone's feelings. You have to like throw that shit out.
Oh, I have now. I'm once I get back there, I mean, I've already been fucking infected, so I'm just going to go back twice as hard now.
No, but see, that's the thing, right? If like, let's say you went to the ballet with your friends, right? I'm sure someone I know does it, but you go to the ballet and someone starts talking or whips out a phone and starts talking, like, you would be fucking ejected straight away.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when you're at a music gig or something, when you're at a music gig, the music's on. It's different. Like, until you get that tone deaf cunt, like, trying to sing the lyrics and he's louder than the PA system, that's annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
But when you're at comedy, silence is everything. Like, you say a joke to receive an applause, that's the goal. But while you're setting a joke up, you have to have complete silence, otherwise you're going to miss shit. It's like a murder mystery sort of thing. But like, when someone chats out of tune, well, you're not in the right.
Yep.
Why did you leave the house tonight thinking, oh, I'm just going to chip in wherever I feel like it, I'll make this joke funny? Or no, you deserve to make it feel like a fucking idiot and embarrassed. So that's my take on it. I don't really like.
Who are your teachers at Knock Knock? Who are the people there? You know, taking the
what's his name? The big fella. What's his name? I had hang on, checking the book. Benny dropped in.
Yeah,
he wasn't there the whole time. He's good value. He's good fun. And do you know Tommy Bisset?
Yep.
Yeah, I hung out with Benny, one of Tommy Bisset's as well. Yeah. Side note, I can't remember these people's name, but yeah, when I was about 21 or something, I worked at Channel 31. We used to do this radio show for kids, and it was simulcast on Sin FM, right? And so did a year of that, of just like this crappy like little community thing, right? And then I got on this other show, and so who do I sneak on the show? Tommy Bisset. He's 14 or something, and he's just out of control. He's absolutely out of control. Like, they didn't know what was wrong with him. He wasn't on any medication or anything, and he just had this friggin' mouth on him, and he just couldn't stop. Like, he just go up to people in the street and go, "Hey, how's it going?" And he just start his material like that and just traumatize people in the streets of Melbourne. And some part of me was like, yeah, this needs to go on television. And we got in trouble every episode, like every single episode we got in trouble. And then at the end of that season, some other group picked him up to go on their show, and I was like, oh, good riddance. And then they got in trouble every week. So, like, it's just out of control. But this is the story I love telling, right? You know, you're doing your podcast, or you're doing a bit or whatever, and just the vibe just dies. It's like energy, and it just it just dies, right? So Tom's like blah 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 blah, and the vibe dies, and it's like, okay, now what? And Tom goes, which brings me to my unhealthy addiction to 13-year-old girls on live television. He says that on live television. Right? And he was, I don't know, 15, 16, right? But I swear to God, everyone in the room, like in the studio, just had their hand over their face. They were all just like, oh, no, you can't. And I look around and everyone's got their hand over their face. And then the executive producer just comes in and goes, and like drags the producer out like that while they're still on the air. And it was too late. They couldn't like skip it or anything. It was broadcast. It was so funny. Oh, God bless him.
I know no one's performing at the moment, but until shit closed down, is Bisset still performing?
He was doing something with Benny and Terrell, or something. Do you remember that?
No,
They were
no,
doing
it
some
was
show.
Turek. It was down in
Yeah.
Turek. He did they did a room in Turek.
Oh, I saw one of them, but
That
they
was-
were doing one in
that
the
was-
sticks as well. Yeah.
That was a hard fucking room. We went to watch that one night.
Yeah.
As in, wasn't a hard room. It's just the shit that was coming out of his mouth. I don't think he changed from that 14-year-old kid or 15-year-old kid. It just stayed the same. It was just like, fuck. I can be a cunt, but fuck.
So I remember he used to get up at the talent quests and all that sort of shit. And I know now he used to like redo like Rodney Rude jokes and shit and just put a tiny little spin on them. But
Right.
I've seen a little bit of his material from a few years ago. It was brutal. I hope he's doing all right. He's a character.
Yeah.
To put it lightly, he's a fucking character.
Yeah.
So Michael, who would be your who do you watch comedy wise? Like, do you have any idols or anything like that?
Well, I watch all the Netflix stuff like as soon as it comes out. And I just got Louise. It just came out, Louise' new one, and he's basically opened up about the whole thing. He's like, yeah, everyone knows my fetish now. and he does a whole bit on continuous consent. He's like, yeah, you got to check in. Is it okay that I'm still doing this? Like this kind of. It really worked for him because everyone was like jumping to conclusions, and everyone had sort of labelled him as this, and it's good to hear his side of the story. But yeah, I reckon he can write a joke, and he writes new stuff all the time, and he's always got a smile on his face as well. Like he thinks his material is funny, which helps.
Yeah,
he's not like delivering the joke to see how it goes. He's just like, check it out. He's just saying something that he thinks is funny.
Yeah.
So I think that works. Yeah.
You're one of a few people who have told me to watch that recently, so I'm gonna have to get onto that. I think.
Yeah. Good times.
Who else do you look up to or enjoy watching?
I like Bill Burr for the same reason about what you said about heckling. Like you just got to be ruthless. Like just like fuck them.
Yeah. I love Bill Burr. Yeah.
Right. Does not give a shit. Yeah.
No. But in a healthy way. Like he knows who his crowd is and he knows like who's going to pay his bills.
Definitely.
It's true. Yeah.
But yeah, he definitely knows who his target audience isn't. But yeah, just the way he constructs a joke as well. Like I love how he can take a subject and you hear the subject even as a fan and be like, oh fuck, you can't talk about that. And then he throws it at you, his side of the thing, and then he brings you back. You're like, oh yeah, no shit, I never thought of it like that. It's really really fucking talented.
Yeah, like the premise is a bit uncomfortable, and then the you get to laugh is the relief.
Yeah.
Not
like he finally gets you back around again. But yeah, it's nuts. So what's in? Oh, sorry, Benny.
No, go for it. Okay.
Oh, I was just gonna say. So what's let's say we get back to normal in a month or two. What's on the horizon for you? Like, do you want to be a bit more involved with doing gigs and stuff, or?
Yeah, I reckon. And because I've been like stuck at home as we all have, I've been doing a bunch of this and that, and I've been singing some jazz songs in the shed, which I wanted to do, and I wanted to do some jokes in between those. Like the old song and dance dudes wear like a tuxedo and they sort of tell a few jokes between the crooners and that.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that in the garage and like just filming it and showing my lady friend, But I really want to have a crack at doing a couple of those where you tell the jokes and there's no laughter. Like you just gonna be standing in my garage singing Frank Sinatra shit and just blah blah blah, and then just throw it out and just assume people are laughing somewhere if they're watching. And have a crack at that. But I'd love to do that live as well, like build up to doing some song and dance Rat Pack shit. Yeah, I'd love to do that eventually. Yeah.
Well, you might want to check out Speakeasy when that comes back, because that'd be the perfect venue for that.
What's that?
Speakeasy in the city. They do it's French. What do you call it? Vaudeville. Right. So on Fridays and Saturdays, they normally have Is this a plug? I'm not getting paid for this. But anyway, they do like when shit's normal, they do like you're going on any Friday or Saturday night, and within the space of 40 minutes, you might see a burlesque dancer, a fire dancer, a comic, a musician, a singer, or whatever. Like it's just a bit of everything there, and it's all vintage, and like that would go down really well there.
Yeah, thanks, man. Good tip.
Yeah, no, it's a really cool place. Roy, if you're listening, you owe me at least 20 for that plug.
There's two of us, 40, mate. Fucking, there's not one.
Oh yeah, sorry, 40. My associate has spoken.
I'll bring it down. I'll just knock you out. Take the 40.
Wog spec, mate.
Yeah,
mate. So yeah, you want to keep like how much material would you have at the moment?
Well, last time I had a crack, I realized I had double that. So I was like, I'll make these 2 sets. I'll try this shit and I'll try this shit. And those jokes floated to those jokes. I was like, yeah, that and that. So I could probably do 8 minutes at this point with stuff that I've tested at least once.
Yep.
You know, and it's not too bad. And then I've got like a couple of ideas that probably need a bit of polishing. But yeah, 8 minutes or something. Yeah.
What's your process? I mean, how do you go about writing? I mean, is it just stuff, everyday stuff? Is it stuff that you're trying to just get out there, or?
Honestly, it's like if I piss myself at something that went through my head, then I'll try it. Like, which that's my actual process. Is like today I wrote a status on Facebook, and it's gone well. It's like 20 likes or something, and it was like, the secret to wealth creation was the title, and it's like, 1, hang around rich people, figure out what makes them tick, get to know how they think, and then kill them. 2, volunteers, and then I signed it. The chick from Tiger King. Nicole, isn't it? Yeah, Bastion.
Fucking hell.
Kill your husband, volunteers. That's the secret to wealth creation, right? But I was literally walking through my garden like, and just went, yeah, fucking try it. You know, chuck it online, see how it goes. You know? That's literally a process, and it doesn't pay off all the time.
We'll win some, lose some, but absolutely. How much of that show do you reckon was real?
Good call, Benny.
Have you seen it?
Which?
Tiger King.
Yeah, fuck off. I saw it, bro, a couple of weeks ago. It was like, and I said to you, I've seen that guy. I think he was on Foxtel years ago.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you did too. You said it was on Foxtel. Yeah, my bad.
I'm pretty sure it was on Foxtel. I was asking the missus, I go, fuck, we've seen this guy. She's like, no, you haven't. I'm like, well, no, I must have seen him in my fucking dreams or something.
What kind of dreams are you having? Fucking hell.
Tigers and fucking tigers, lions, and bears.
Do you reckon any of that shit was ramped up for the cameras? Like just anything, the story, the plot, that is the story, I guess.
What I reckon it's like it's now. You see, with all the TikTok and shit, people are trying to get famous, so they're going to do fucking whatever. And this was before that time. You know what I mean? Like he just wanted to become this superstar sensation, so he was just pushing every fucking realm.
Yeah,
you know. We see it now. We see it with fucking Kardashians and fucking all these different actors and shit. And all the shit you see on the fucking socials and that, you know.
I don't know what I've said in front of my phone lately, but I keep getting ads for the Kardashian show on my thing. Like it is doing my fucking head in. Like, and I can't help but watch the ad just to see what stupid shit they come out with. But like, it's not TV.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, he wanted to be a superstar, and that's the thing. Like he just kept pushing around. I reckon he just kept pushing around. You know,
he was in his own fucking world, though.
But she's not any better. Fucking, I think we watched it the other day. I fucking was tumbling into fucking YouTube, and we saw her. Did you see the look on her? She was riding a bike, and she's like, the way she was fucking freaky shit, man. She wasn't any better. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
If you want to see if you want to see a fucking weird show, I got down the rabbit hole at Netflix. So I had a couple of weeks off and I treated myself to a sneaky joint, and I was watching something and then that turned into something else. And there's this show called The Rap Game or The Game or something like that on Netflix. It's a couple years old, but I honest to fuck thought it was a parody or like a skit show.
Mm.
And it's not. It's about like 8 to 16-year-old kids who want to be rappers. And they're just the most ridiculous fucking people. And the moms and dads are all the managers. And they're just like, I've never seen people talk themselves up so much in my fucking life. Like, it is the most ridiculous shit. I honestly thought it was I thought it was fake until they started bringing in like Usher and all these other people. I'm like, no, that can't be.
Jesus.
That can't be too much. Like, getting them to do features and shit. And it wasn't until I got halfway through the season in one night that I realized it was real. It's fucking ridiculous.
Right.
It's a craziest show. Like, these kids are like no older than my cousins, so they would have been like 12 or something. He's got this like thick ass chain on him that's worth more than a house.
Jeez.
Like, dude, you're 12. And he's like singing about fucking bitches and the club and all that sort of shit. Like, you never even spoken to a woman, mate. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm. Except I'm walking around the house going, "Hey, bitch, I want some fucking Fruit Loops."
Where's my Fruit Loops, motherfucker? So you've been playing a bit of guitar in your downtime. How long have you been playing for?
Longer than Chris, but
Oh, shots fired.
Look, there was a time, I think I was grade 6. He was so good at guitar that I just stopped playing. I was like, nah, this isn't my thing.
Did you teach him at any point?
Yeah, probably for like 5 seconds. And then he was playing bass guitar because my dad was like, oh yeah, they can be the Beatles, you know, like he had high hopes for us. And so my brother played bass for a while and he was sick at it. And then his bass teacher was like, I can't teach him anymore. Like, he's too good. Like, I just can't teach him. Yeah, and so then he was like, yeah, fuck this, and started playing guitar and just crushed it. And I was just like, I can't compete with this. Because he'd get up in the morning, he'd play before school, sitting on his bed in his uniform playing. He'd go play at school in his band at lunchtime. Then after school, he'd have band practice. And then he'd just sit on his bed playing guitar all night. He was just obsessed. He was just like, and just like a child prodigy as well. Like, relentless pursuit and also gifted. And it just paid off, you know, just absolutely paid off. Yeah.
Any of your parents in the arts? I mean, both you guys are like, you know, you're writing, he's, you know, doing music and stuff. Any of your parents, you know, influenced or?
Yeah. Like, Mum painted. I think she still paints a little bit and played the piano. So she had the gene. Yeah, Mum had the gene.
Oh, that's good. What's Chris? He's in Terror Maze now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's killing it.
Yeah, fuck, that'll take off once the bans are lifted and all that sort of shit. But
yeah, loving it.
Nah, that was he was so fucking good. Like, I know he's good now, but like, remember seeing him at Battle of the Bands or something. Like, did like Guns N' Roses or some shit, and everyone's just losing their fucking mind. Like, oh my god, he can play what Slash can play.
Yeah. He was like 10 as well. You just
Oh, fucked. Absolutely fucked. Yeah.
There was some I think it was 12 Foot Ninja. I can't remember the band anyway. And they used to do this thing where they'd hand the guitar to people in the crowd. So they hand it, and someone steps out of the way and goes and points at my brother, and he just fucking shreds his guitar. And then as he's handing it back to them, he's still tapping and shit. And the band were like, shit. "Oh Jesus!" Like,
oh fuck!
It's a good one.
That could backfire so easily.
Yeah.
I don't know how much live music you guys watch, but I watch a fair bit. Like, obviously not live now, but you know, like YouTube binges and mini concerts at the home, whatever. But I don't know about you guys, but it kind of shits me when like someone brings up some random fucker on the stage and like just jumps in on like a number one hit. It's like no. I didn't pay to see this guy. I want to watch that. I want to watch them.
Yeah.
I reckon that shit's going too far now.
Kid probably had cancer or something. They're just pulling him up, and Geordie's like, "Well, I'll get the cunt off. I don't want to see this shit."
True.
Fucking total
Don't-
comic. Total
don't
comic.
Don't make me the asshole. If I look up, I can't even think of a band I saw do it last. If I look up XYZ band, I want to see XYZ band, not some fucking kid having a crack at the piano or something.
Gosh, man.
Well, that's why. Look, that's why I don't work for Make-A-Wish Foundation. Clearly,
Well, we get that now.
dreams are for night. What can I say?
True comic. Only a comic could say something like that.
Expect nothing, don't be disappointed. That's what I've been brought up on. I just remember my mum saying that to my dad right before they split when I was like 3. Expect nothing, don't be disappointed. That and then something about water bills. So I get it. Just let go. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You got to put some effort in. Like look at Michael in his books. Like, you know, first year does well, and then
stop trying.
Yeah, there's a lesson. Yeah, there's a lesson in that.
Yeah.
Well, you put it out in the universe. It came back, which is awesome.
That means the book loves him. Yeah,
that's a good thing.
I think it hates me, actually. The book, it hates me.
Could you read just while we got downtime and stuff to get a bit more publicity on it? Could you maybe read passages from it?
Yeah. 1 second. Let me just dig it up. Put me on the spot. I haven't even thought about this.
Well, you don't have to now, but you could. That'd be an exclusive for us. We've never had an author on the show.
Yeah. All right. Sick. All right. I dug up some of it. All right. I'm not promising this will be funny.
Just don't make me read it. I can't read very well.
Oh, I'm fucking literate, so it's all on you.
Yeah. Use your bedtime voice and let's see what happens.
Yeah. All right. I found a bit. Yeah. Okay. So, I said it was at the formal after party.
Yep.
All right. This is on the balcony. Okay. The chapter's called Conflict and Chastity. From the balcony, everyone could see a large posse of boys lurking out the front of the establishment. The girls shifted uneasily at the idea of being invaded by their type. I started to get this tickle in my chest, a vibration of some kind as my mind tensed. I figured it was an overprotective sense of aggression, but then I realized I was buzzing from the lines and too pissed to feel properly. The dudes downstairs stared up at us staunchly, waiting for something to happen. Those guys suck, but so do we, said someone. Chuckling ensued. One of the dudes said something to Tiger, who gave him the finger. Rocky and I were already throwing bottles before I really thought about it. They yelled and yelled. The girls seemed to relax, not because we dealt with it maturely, but because they knew we weren't going to be able to have them come up and join us now. They reclaimed their positions around the table and their respective cask wine and tobacco collections. I'm going to go down and start shit, said Antoine. Me too, announced Tiger. I pondered joining, but then I just thought, nothing's going to happen. These guys were just affirming their masculinity. Man, I nearly chucked this one, said Tiger, smiling and holding up an unopened beer. He handed it to me. Fresh long neck. Hey, beer baron, said Rocky. Are you going to start swilling that now? I smiled and nodded. Deal. Rocky's eyes thinned. What did you say? He snarled, partially hostile, partially just obnoxious, bloated alcoholism. But what did you mean? He screeched before Tiger could even reply. Rocky began pummeling Tiger around the torso, shoulder, and neck area. Tiger winced, but it was primarily with disgust and annoyance. Rocky continued, gaining momentum as he adjusted to competently performing the task that he was attempting, which made me sense impending disaster. Tiger was passively defending himself until he caught Rocky on the jaw. He swung back with recoil, and Rocky stumbled backward into a chair and fell into it, his legs following him over his head. The balcony populace were in stitches. The jerks down below could see from there, and they too were pissing themselves, pointing and laughing. Rocky clambered to his feet and retrieved his near-empty beer bottle from the table. He glared at Tiger before re-entering the apartment. The tension in the air was fairly dense. He hit me till I hit him back. So I say it's chill was a good case. And I, as a would-be witness, would ensure he did not have a speck of dirt on his reputation just because Rocky was pissed as an accountant on Cup Day. That'll do.
Very, very good.
Yeah, it's all just that drunken buffoonery and vomit and promiscuous sex and violence. Yeah.
Yeah, I just had an image of like a current affair doing schoolies kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. So where can anyone pick up the book?
It's on eBay or highlyintoxicatedYouth.com redirects to the publisher to their sales page for highlyintoxicatedYouth.com.
Nice.
Oh, awesome.
Very good. Well, we look forward to hearing more from you and seeing you on the circuit and stuff when things get back to normal, whenever the fuck that is.
Yeah, cool. Got friends in low places now, hey?
Yeah, baby.
We're all in low places. No, just keep working on your craft and do what everyone else is trying to do. Get some material back together, and fuck knows what's going to happen. I don't know, but I reckon you could definitely do some readings. And do that old school fucking chime thing, like you used to get when you were a kid.
Yeah, turn the page. Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, but you could break it out, do the chime, and everyone turns the page, and we read along and shit.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah,
I bring an easel with the big book, and then I show you.
This is where I got my head stitched up from bottling. Yeah,
you go down to Gorilla, just get everybody in a circle.
No, I reckon you could totally do some passages. That'd be good as.
Well, there are rooms out there. I mean, check them out. I mean, there are rooms that they do the poetry and the readings and all that sort of shit. I mean,
yeah,
Actually, I'm pretty sure Gorilla does. Well, they'll do it back again. They used to do poetry readings on Sundays. And there's this guy who always used to come down. He looked like a Chinese version of the Colonel.
Chinese.
Well, no, he did. No, that's exactly what he looked like. But he'd always come in and he'd always sit right in front of the comic whoever was on, and he'd just ask questions. So you'd be going through a bit, and he'd just stop you and be like, "Oh, really?" And then what happened? And it just threw fucking everyone off. Like
that Tony Randall.
No. No.
He'd do that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he probably would.
Yeah.
Probably would. But yeah, no, this guy's on another fucking planet. But plenty of places you could read stuff. But I can definitely do it online, man. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Turn it into a podcast. Don't do all of it, obviously. You still want motherfuckers to buy it, but
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, do it. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, sweet, man. Good idea.
All right, Michael. Thank you very much for taking the time with us, man.
You.
And
thanks
we'll catch up properly when shit gets back to normal.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, thanks for having us, man. The pleasure was all yours, gentlemen.
Always fucking riding these guys, honestly.